welcome to When Smoke Clears. I am Recovery Blood. How you doing? Well, I wanted to talk to you today, or talk to you right now about dreams. I just was thinking about dreams that I have, and just kind of wondering if maybe who all has had dreams like the ones I have, or if you could even relate to what I'm talking about. But part of my I guess addiction is not wanting to go through the dreams, or not wanting to remember the dreams. I have some pretty bad dreams sometimes, and I've had this one consistent dream that I've had since I was really, really young. Like, I'm talking, like I was a little kid. I remember having these dreams, and even as an adult now, I still have them, but they're just more vivid now. More, I don't know how to explain it, but more, I guess, dark. I call them evil dreams, like, evil stuff. I don't know, that's the only way I could describe it, because that's how I feel when I feel that the presence of something that's not good. Sometimes I'm awake, but I'm still dreaming. I can see. Sometimes I wake up, like I'm in a dream, and then I wake up from the dream, and I can see things around me, and I know that I'm awake, but I can't get up. And it's just it's a weird feeling, but it's a scary feeling. And sometimes I could hear somebody talking to me in the dream, but it's like this voice, like it's a weird voice, like it's not even really, it's not like English or anything. It's just like this weird sound of, I don't know, it's like it kind of sounds like, I'm just going to make the sound, I guess, of what it sounds like to me in my ear, and it just goes, it's something like, just stuff like that. But I can feel this presence of something dark, and sometimes when I'm awake and I'm in that trance in a sense, and I want to get up, but I can't. And I could hear myself saying stuff out loud, but the only thing coming out of my mouth is what I can hear in my ear, if that makes any sense. And I want to get up, but I can't. I feel like something's just holding me down. There's pressure on me, in my chest and my neck and my shoulders. Like, I just can't get up. And sometimes I can feel my hands like moving, but I can't ever. I don't feel anything else. And sometimes in the dream there's this. It's just like this black cloud in a sense. Sometimes it's just a shadow. Sometimes it's a black presence, if you will. I don't know if you've ever seen Harry Potter, right? If you've seen Harry Potter, and you know how Voldemort flies around in this black cloud kind of thing, almost, it's kind of like that. But I don't see no face. I don't see nothing. Sometimes I see it like if it's standing kind of upright. And I know, like when I was in the treatment center, um, I saw it a few times there, um, and it would go from. I remember it going like when I noticed, like I knew it was there, and I'm just like reading, but I know that it's there because I could see it through my peripheral, but I'm like not paying attention to it, and I know that it's like you know I lay there and I could see it at the head of the bed of the guy that's next to me. He's in the bunk next to me, and the whole time, the guy's like crying in his sleep, kind of like tossing and turning, and I know that because I've done that before. Where sometimes when I hear that voice in my ear and I'm just trying to say it out loud, or sometimes I'm saying whatever it's saying, but I'm at the same time trying to scream or to call for help or something, but I'm like crying at the same time, and I could hear myself like that, and it's I don't know, when that happens to me, and when I'm like by myself, or I can remember, even when I was you know young, and when I was just different parts of my life, I would do that dream would be there. There was always different ways when it would wake me up, and sometimes I just know that I was always afraid when I woke up, and I had to turn on all the lights. Every single light had to be turned on, and then I would start reading the Bible, or I would start praying, and sometimes I just wouldn't move. And I know that when I was married, I remember it happened to me several times, quite a few times. But I remember every time that would happen, I would get up and I would turn on all the lights, and then I'd like talk to my wife at the time, and I always wanted her to hold me. Like I felt better, she's holding me when I'm, being hugged or whatever, and then I could, it would take me a little while, but then I'd finally fall asleep. But I couldn't fall asleep unless she was holding me and the lights were on, and then, then I could just finally, I could feel it pass in a sense, and then I was good. But it's I couldn't sleep, and when I can't sleep, I start thinking about that, and then I could feel stuff, not like physically feel it, but energy, like sensing something's around. Like I don't know, I just know that I could feel the presence of something there. Sometimes, like something just falls or whatever from like, the dresser or the nightstand, or, weird stuff. And, I try to not think about it, and I'll start praying and try to just do a bunch of positive, um, like talking to God or whatever, you know what I mean, and praying and stuff like that. And I know that, when I would start feeling weird feelings like that, when I was, when I was in the addiction, it I wouldn't feel it too much, you know what I mean? And then if I did see the black cloud, I would just like talk to it. But when I'm not like that, and I'm in a sober sense, it's the intensity is just like 10 times more intense, and it's hard to deal with because it feels really, really, really scary, you know. And you know, I was feeling like that earlier, and so I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do a video and talk to somebody. You know, because when I'm doing a video, I'm doing it because I want to talk to someone, right? So I'm talking to you, whoever you are, you know, whoever's paying attention to my video. But you know, sometimes we need encouragement. Sometimes we need help, and when you're alone and no one's there to give you the help, well, these videos help me, you know what I mean? So I appreciate you looking at them, and you know, they help me, I guess, stay engaged in a positive realm, I guess, and try to stay so that I don't, you know, slip up and go back to a normal situation for me, and that if I don't want to feel those things, then I use, right? So these videos is doing these videos is taking priority in that sense. So when I feel something that I want to do something, or I don't want to hear something or feel something, then I'll do a video, or I'll read. But I don't know. I just started getting really overwhelmed with myself, and when I get in that mode, man, I start feeling sad and, you know, kind of depressed or whatever, and so all these emotions start hitting me, and I don't know, they're emotions that usually, if I would do that, I would just say fuck it, and I would just go use, and right now, and I don't want to, you know what I mean, because I was sitting there earlier, just laying down and thinking. I was like, man, dude, you know, this past relapse that you had, I just wasted my fucking life away. You know what I mean? Just doing nothing. And the more I think about it, I start beating myself up about it, and then I start thinking, you know, my mind just starts going in different directions and thinking all kinds of shit, you know what I mean? Like, just things that are gonna be negative and not keep me, and in a sense, it's like almost like you're trying to talk yourself into to using or whatever. But I do the video instead, you know. So it's a big part of my recovery right now, and you know, to be honest with you, I just started feeling scared. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to, because I can't sleep. Number one, and then I when I can't sleep, I just start thinking about that. Like I'm thinking that whatever it is messing with my mind in a sense, and so I don't want to go to sleep because I think that it's gonna come up, and then I'm gonna wake up, and then I'm gonna be afraid, and then, you know, just the cycle starts all over again, and I don't know. It's just I hate those dreams, but you know, I like listening to, I like to listen and follow Dr. Gabor Mate, and this guy's really smart, right? And he's, you know, that's a lot of insight on mental health and addictions and all that stuff. So uh, I I start thinking about my life and what part of my life maybe has something to do with how I'm dreaming, and since I can remember dreaming dreams like this since I was a little kid, I guess it stems from the childhood traumatic experiences that I had, and you know when I think about them, I mean they made me feel afraid, when I was little. And when I'm thinking about them when I'm an adult, then I start getting mad, and I don't know, just a effed up feeling, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it makes me wonder, okay, well maybe, you still got a lot of work to do, you still, there's issues that I haven't really dealt with as far as traumatic experiences and past things and stuff like that really still bother me, and when I can't sleep like that and I'm having dreams and that kind of stuff, then my mind just starts going all over. I start putting all kinds of stuff in the way of my thinking, and I don't know, I just wanted to do this video just to see maybe if just to share my dream story, I guess, because sometimes I dream of my dad, and I dream of my dad in the dream. My dad's like dead, you know what I mean? And it really freaks me out because one time I dreamt, and he's just, I don't know how I'm in this dark room, and then I look up and he's up like on the top of something, like, but I feel like I'm like way down there, and then he's like way up there, but he's hanging and he's dead, and I don't know what to take from that, but it just really freaked me out. And then the dreams, once I see that, then I'm in this other dream, kind of. This other dream comes, and it's that black shadow, and then sometimes it don't say nothing, but it's just, in the dream, I'm trying to get away from it, and it's like chasing me. It's like you're in this scary movie kind of thing, and I'm trying to get away, and I'm freaking out, like literally crying, and I could hear myself. I could hear myself and literally crying, like, oh, hell, trying to help, like, oh, like I'm crying like a little kid though, and I'm not like crying, like that, but I'm just like, like that, like scared like that, and it's just weird, man. But I don't know if anybody has dreams like that, or if it's just me, or what, or is it just that I've done too many drugs? I don't know, but I know that they're more vivid now than ever before, and I don't know. So I just wanted to make this video real quick and just throw it out there, throw these dreams out there, and maybe I don't know, maybe if somebody has a dream, they want to share, or maybe if you know somebody who's having the same type of dreams. I mean, what is it for them, or what is it for you? But for me, it's scary, you know what I mean? And once I'm done, once I'm not feeling like that, then I start thinking about them and analyzing them and trying to figure out how and what the heck do they mean, and should I just look into it more, or should I just, not think about it or whatever? But all I know is that I've been having they've been having it more frequent, and they've been bothering me a little bit more than usual. But I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe because I'm sober. I guess I have no idea. But maybe it's because I'm doing a lot of positive stuff in my life and staying away from the negative realm. But maybe the evil presence is trying to knock me down. I have no idea. Sometimes I think that, but I honestly I don't know. And but I know that they're real. I know that I have them, and I know that they scare me. I know that when that would happen before, I would use them. So I don't know. Dreams suck sometimes, but I don't know if you've ever had those dreams, but I can recall one time I'm sitting there in my house, and I get home from work, right? And it's kind of late, you know what I mean? And I had two red Dobermans at the time, and I get in the house, and I noticed that one of the dogs, the male dog, I had two of them. One was female and one was a male in the same litter. They were big Dobermans, red Dobermans, and I named them Tyrion and Khaleesi. Well, Tyrion was freaking out a little bit, right? What was kind of weird about it is that he was going around in a circle and just randomly, urinating, and as he's going in this circle, but I could tell he's freaked out. He's like in shock. So I grabbed him, and I'm like petting him and talking to him, saying, "Man, it's okay, what's going on?" And the female, Khaleesi, she's like, boom, she's like guarding, you know what I mean? And but she's like keeps looking out towards the back door, and sliding door. So I go back out there, and I said, "What's going on? What's the?" And I had this deck, right? So I'm like, I don't see nothing. And I'm talking to the dogs at the same time that I'm walking around the deck. I was like, "Look, there's nothing. Are you okay? What's going on? What was it?" And so that was that, right? And a little while later, I decided that I'm gonna go to sleep. And my dogs usually would Tyrion would sleep with me. He would either sleep at the foot of my bed, or he'd get on the bed. And Khaleesi, she would just stay at the door, or she would stay in the little hallway there, right outside the bedroom. And she was always guarding. And well, this particular day, they didn't want to come into the room, and I told them, I said, "Look, I'm going to close the door. If you're not going to come in, I'm closing it." And they decided they weren't going to come in today, so they stayed outside, not outside the house, but outside of my bedroom. And one of them, Tyrion, stayed in the back, looking towards the back door, and then Khaleesi stayed looking towards the front door. And so I went to sleep, and sometime in the night, I wake up because I could hear the dog growling. And so I said, okay, well, there was a lot of cats around outside of my house, they neighborhood cats, right? So they would always bark, This time, the dog was just growling. And so I was like, okay, let's see a cat or whatever, because I had this big window in front of my living room. There was a big old window that I had, and you could just see, clearly now. I thought maybe he was looking at the cat and he was just growling at the cat, but no, he was just growling, like deep growl. And then, so it woke me up, and I'm just laying there, and then I could hear the dog growling a little bit louder, and then I hear a growl over the dog's growl. And my bed, I had my bed suspended in the air, so my bed was like 2 feet off the ground. It was like a swing, and I could hear the dog growling louder, and then the growl. There was another growl that was over my dog's growl, which was louder than the dog's growl, and it got so intense and so loud that my walls were vibrating and my bed was moving. That's how intense the growling was, and it was getting loud. Like, I mean, it got so loud it freaked me out, and I'm like under the blanket at this point, and I'm thinking, okay, what the f is out there? Because the growl that was over the dog's growl was like 5 times louder than the dog's growl, and that much more intense and deeper. And my freaking walls were just, I could feel them. They were literally vibrating because I could feel the vibration in my bed. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was freaking the fuck out. And so this lasted about, I sort of got it lasted like 10 to 15 minutes, I bet. And then it calmed down and it stopped. And I froze. I mean, I was just there. I started praying, and I didn't want to get up. And I had to freaking muster the courage to get up. I finally mustered the courage to get my head out of the blanket, and then I clicked the light on, and I'm talking to myself like, all right, dude, you gotta get yourself together. You gotta go out there and see what the fuck's up. So I put my shorts on. I put my boots on, and I grabbed my freaking AK and I grabbed my fucking 9mm, and I'm going to war. And why I grabbed them, I have no idea. I was like, what, you know what I mean? I don't know what to expect. And I got my Bible in my hand. So I finally found enough courage to open the door, and I opened the door, and the dogs are just like standing at attention in a sense, one towards the back and one towards the front. And I'm like, finally got enough courage to go outside and just see what the heck, and I was patrolling around the house to see what was up, but there was nothing, you know. And but I know that my dogs, they knew something was there, and I could feel that presence. The presence was just not good at all, and yeah, so that was just one intense, thing that happened, and I don't know. I know that maybe spirits follow you, maybe, I have no idea, but I know that I was just in this intense feeling, and I don't know, at first I thought I was dreaming about it, but then I realized, no, this is real, dude. And, but I had that same feeling like I have when I see that black shadow in my dreams, and it wakes me up, talking to me with that ugly voice. That not saying nothing that I understand, but everything that it's saying, I'm saying. Because I could hear myself saying it. But in a crying voice. Does that make sense? So, I don't know. But, yeah, so I just wanted to, kind of make this video and just to, to calm myself down in order so I can go to sleep, because I have to release some stuff sometimes, I guess, talk about things so that I can, move on to the next step of whatever I'm going to do. But cause I'm tired right now. I'm really, really wore out and tired, but I couldn't sleep, and, my mind's racing, and when I do the videos and I just talk or read, and, my mind focuses, and it just comes down to narrow focusing just on one thing, and it helps me. So, but yeah, I don't know, maybe if you guys have had dreams like that or whatever, comment on it and let me know, and maybe I could figure out what the hell it is. I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, that's all I got for right now. But yeah, if you please hit the subscribe button for me, and you know, a like button, you know, the bell, leave a comment, whatever. You know, I'm trying to get messages out, I guess, because it helps me, and if it helps me, maybe that'll help somebody else. So I appreciate you listening to me, and till the next time on When the Smoke Clears, I am the Recovery Plug.